viewers, welcome to the broadcast of programs. Today we are having the front page review right now. The time is 1 minute past 7. We have news making the rounds right here. I have the Punch, I have This Day, I have the Daily Thrust, I also have the Vanguard. So I'm going to be giving you headlines from these newspapers, and then we get to discuss some issues in the news. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi, and if you're a regular, you already know how we do it on the program, the front page review. Rufai Hussein will be joining me later on the program. Is going to call in, and then thereafter open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. We are on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram and Twitter. We always like you to leave a comment as you join the conversation. We're streaming live on our website at www.thevoiceofthepeople.ng. And right now we are also streaming on our YouTube channel. You can go there, Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and watch us live and leave a comment. Yet it's a beautiful Wednesday morning, a good day to talk about what is happening in our beloved country, Nigeria. I'm ready for you this morning. Are you ready? Okay, let's do this. We'll start this morning with the Punch newspaper. It says here, ASU, a federal government meeting, deadlock, lecturers stage a walkout. That is not so much expected, staging a walkout. We're going to talk about it later on the program. Matawale bans motorcycles, orders shoot on sight. 30 children, 144 Libya returnees arrive Nigeria. PDP slams Adamu over eternity borrowing statement. The story is on the Punch. Atiku, Wike's men hold peace talks on Friday. We always have Atiku and Wike in the news now, almost every day. Interesting. 4 students celebrating WAEC at Lagos Beach drown. This is a very sad one. Now let's move to the Vanguard this morning. Train attack, remaining kidnapped victims in very bad condition. Ex-negotiator. Federal government makes headway on clean energy technologies for startup and SMEs. Security threats. Declared total ban on Okada in all local government areas. Lagosians tells Sawolu. That story is on the This Day newspaper. Still giving you stories from the This Day newspaper. No respite for operators as aviation fuel hit 903 naira. Whoa, that's some high amount. Now let's move to the This Day this morning. The This Day newspaper. A disco alert on nationwide blackout as TCN begs workers to suspend planned strike. Federal government seeks to bar foreigners from buying food commodities at farm gates. Buhari eliminating malaria by 2030 will save Nigeria 2 trillion naira. You get these stories from the This Day newspaper. Now we'll move to the Sun this morning. COVID-19, Lagos leads as NCDC records 144 new cases. These are headlines this morning. You can just pick a copy of newspapers and read up what's really happening in the country. Okay, right now we'll pay some bills, and when I return, we will discuss some of the issues in the news. Keep it here. Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
If you're looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's right.
Yay! And we have stand-up facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed the biggest church auditorium in the world with over 100,000 capacity? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafte Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Presedo's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Good to have you back. This is the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie, and we have Rufai joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Great pleasure. My pleasure. Good morning.
Okay, great to have you. Now, let's move to the stories we want to talk about this morning. So much to talk about, but let's start with the PDP. Now, we have a story here concerning the PDP. This is not about Wike and Atiku right now, although they are still in the news. This is about Adamu. PDP slams Adamu over eternity borrowing statements. Okay, let me read a bit of the story so you get what's really going on. The People's Democratic Party has knocked the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullah Adamu, for saying the federal government can borrow from here to eternity. And he said this when he had an interview with a television station. Let me quote what he said here. Okay, let me quote what he said. He said, "I remember a program we had here. I told you, and I thought you believe me, that I have no quarrel issues with the government borrowing. Government can borrow from here to eternity. The American government borrows, the Canadian government borrows, the United Kingdom borrows, France, they borrow money from the World Bank and such institutions. So you also have to appreciate the fact that the level of revenue accruing to the government, oil is the main thing. We want to see how best we can diversify these issues affecting the revenue accruing to the government and not our making. No matter how good we are, they happen." So there's been a lot of backlash concerning that statement that government can borrow from now till eternity. But he's saying that borrowing is a normal thing. Even other countries, they borrow too. What do you make of that statement?
Obviously, there's a level of economic illiteracy in that statement. It's very illiterate. Hope the same person that said that statement remember what happened to Argentina. Argentina, many 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, used to be one of the biggest and richest countries in South America. Argentina defaulted on its debt. It can't pay its bondholders. Argentina went down. Hope you know what happened to countries like Venezuela. used to be very rich. Venezuela now is so poor that an average Venezuela has lost close to 3 to 5 kg because they can't afford food to eat. Hope you see what is happening in Sri Lanka. It is when government defaults, you can't take money. IMF uses you to make yanga in local parlance. Hope you saw what happened to Britain in the 70s, where they had to go borrow from IMF that made them do a lot of reforms that stopped a lot of things in Britain, stopped the unions and things like that. Hope he sees what happened to countries like even Germany after the war. Hope he sees what happens to other countries that have borrowed in the world. The lists are endless. I'm sorry, you can't borrow ad infinitum. You borrow sensibly. Hope he knows that the cost of our bonds now has even increased. If Nigeria wants to go and get bonds from foreign to put bonds on the bond, hope he knows the interest is going up because a lot of countries don't trust Nigeria to repay. Hope he knows that Nigeria is spending 170% of our revenue to service our debt. Hope he knows. Wait, let me finish now, Mary. I beg you. Let me finish with this man in question.
Yes.
Hope he knows that it is the same ways and means that the CBN is doing.
Yes.
Over 20 trillion printed in money that is causing Nigeria to have this level of inflation we are having, 90%, the worst in 17 years. So when people make statements like during the campaign season, you wonder what kind of economic laws they are thinking. America will only raise its debt ceiling because it makes revenue. The America that we are comparing ourselves with, hope you know, America has a debt ceiling of over 20 trillion, but America makes $4.5 trillion in governmental revenue every year. The Britain we are comparing ourselves with makes 789 billion pounds, or 809 to close to 1 trillion pounds in governmental revenue. Nigeria makes less than 15 billion governmental revenue, and you're comparing yourself with America and Britain, and you're saying we can borrow to infinity. We should focus on making the revenue. Nigeria should be a production country first.
You know that if
Mary, sorry I had to cut in there because this economic illiteracy annoys me. It annoys me. Sorry I had to cut you in there. It annoys me to the high level when people talk in public.
No, this is not just people. This is not just an ordinary person. This is not just an ordinary civil servant. This is not just. This is. I'm talking about the president of APC. This is not anybody. The national chairman of All Progressive Congress. It's not anybody. Abdullahi Adamu. It's not. So for him to make this statement, is it a reflection of the APC? This statement, this Nigerian can borrow till eternity.
It's a big reflection of memory. You know why I say it's a big reflection? Because I've heard a lot of people in top government quarters note that idea that there's no problem with Nigeria, we just print money. But hope they know the knock-on effect of printing money. If we continue like this, with this level of inflation, and let me tell you something, if we remodel our statistics, you see that inflation is higher than 90%. So let's not deceive ourselves with this line, even way higher than 50%. With this level of inflation, I hope we don't get to the level of Zimbabwe. You see, inflation was so bad in Zimbabwe that if you enter a restaurant and you tell them to give you food, and they give you food, Mary,
yes,
between the time you used to eat that food and finish the food, when you ask for payment, your bill, the inflation will have gone up. And you will pay higher than the amount you agreed on the food was. That was how bad inflation was at the point in Zimbabwe. And what they know is this borrowing of money, printing of money that is causing all of this. So when people say they borrow to administer, what happens to I'm sure the person that said it doesn't even know that there's a Fiscal Responsibility Act. What happens to the Fiscal Responsibility Act? Now people say that the CPM must not pay more than print more than a certain threshold in ways and means to the government than the GDP numbers. That we must not borrow a certain portion more than our ratio, debt to GDP ratio. What happens to all of those acts? And a leader of a political party that a lot of people even complain about the political party that they've increased their debt from 9 trillion to about 9 billion to about 41 billion. You still think that we can borrow, there's no big deal about borrowing. Please, in the real economic sense for balance, there's no big deal truly about borrowing. But people only borrow you money when they see your revenue. Nigeria doesn't have a good balance sheet of revenue to say he wants to borrow. At this point, we should be tightening our pocket. See, The reason why a bank will borrow you, if a bank will borrow you 100 million, at least they will see your cash flow that you have well over 20 to 30 million on a regular before they can borrow you 100 million. But Nigeria doesn't have that regular cash flow, and we have the opportunity to make that cash flow if we harness our resource properly. That's why this matter is paining me as I hear, because when it comes to economy matters, I take it very seriously. We are not making enough money. And somebody say we can borrow.
Calm down, Rufai.
You depend me now. I do love this country. I want this one to do well.
Don't worry, there are other issues here to talk about. Let's not spend too much time on that statement. There are really pressing issues right here to talk about this morning. We have a disco alert on nationwide blackout as TCN begs workers to suspend planned strike. The electricity distribution company have alerted Nigerians to a likely nationwide blackout as the transmission company of Nigeria yesterday begged workers in the sector to suspend their proposed strike, which commences today. The workers were said to be reeled over the neglect of their welfare, with the National Union of Electricity Employees directing its members to picket office of the TCN on Tuesday, after which a strike action would begin. That's not the end of the story when it comes to strike. We still have the meeting between the federal government and ASU yesterday, where they marched out of the place, the meeting, because no agreement was reached. According to a correspondent, said nothing really happened. The federal government was just begging them that they should please call off the strike. Nothing, no new offer was presented to them, and the strike is still on. I remember August 1st when the ASU chairman said that they are going to extend the strike by 4 weeks. Now it's 2 weeks already, over 200 days. ASU is still on strike. Now no electricity. We're going to have a blackout today, according to what's in the news. So much is happening.
So much is happening, and that's why leadership needs to reign true. Leadership needs to be strong. The leadership in this country needs to look forward to solve the problem. You talked about us. I hope you know that the meeting of us ended in a deadlock yesterday.
Yes.
When they went there, the only thing that the committee that met with us was saying was that if we want to end the strike, there was no new deal on the table. You get?
Yeah.
So, and this one with workers in the transition company of Nigeria, we can't afford to have a national placard, and that's why they call to order. But if you ask the government now, why do welfare not being met? They will say they don't have money. So we can't fulfill our obligation. We have borrowed a lot, we are taking debt. If you ask them what's the reason for all of them, we complain about Russia and Ukraine and COVID-19. Other nations too have come out stronger of COVID-19. So I think we should stop this complaint. We mismanaged COVID-19. COVID-19 was an opportunity for us to even build the economy, build a viable healthcare sector, but we mismanaged it. So we blame COVID-19, blame Russia and Ukraine, we blame everything blamable, but we don't blame ourselves. I think it's time for government to take responsibility. Think of ways to make money. If they need ways to make money, I will tell them what. There's something called debt capital. Government has a lot of debt capital. There are a lot of properties government can convert to money-making venture. Some of them that have been sold have been hotels. They can convert most of their property to money-making venture. I don't know why government can't partner with private sector to have big real estate companies and let the private sector run it for them. And they do a symbiotic thing. And it's still a form of revenue. There's so much in debt capital. If we unlock debt capital in this country, Mary, at least close to $1 billion USD should enter government coffers. Analysts and economists, the likes of Dr. Andrew Nevin, PwC, have been able to do extensive research on debt capital. And the fact that you can go and read up.
You know, we can't achieve all of this.
These are other areas we can make money from. But we need money to be able to function. But this is the argument they made, that they don't have money. So they must be able to meet welfare of the people. And meet welfare of the workers. Those workers must not go on strike. 2 money strikes already in Nigeria. It is a sad reality for what is happening in the power sector.
think one would trace this to the level of corruption in this country. When you hear
Oh yes,
about
so this one termite is eating records.
yes, and people embezzling money, even EFCC chairman being has questions to answer. The past one, Mago, has questions to answer. A lot of things are happening. It's the corruption level in this country is quite deep. So when someone is talking about, like you're talking about economic development and all of that, you just wonder, won't these people eat the money? Would they even let it go round? If there is any hope with this corrupt.
Maybe they must start doing the right thing because the country is already on its knees. You can see how people are suffering. I just want well for Nigeria, and I believe Nigerians are doing well. See, every Nigerian I talk to that live in diaspora, you think they really love to go and live in a school in Canada and Italy and Germany and France? If their country is doing well, they will come back home, largely. Some of them will still live overseas, don't get me wrong. But majority of them want to come back home and help build their country. But like you said, corruption, this nepotism. And you see, apart from the government being problem, we Nigerians are the greatest problem. Because a lot of us are complaining about things. Do we do any better in our own little stuff? So we too have the problem. And we forget that those in government we talk about, they are Nigerians that live within us in our society. So why has corruption thrive? Because society supports corruption. We also collect corrupt money from them. We also give them position in the church and in the mosque and every place of worship and say they are deacons and everything because they've made corrupt money. We are also going to ask them for favors. We also are the problem.
Before I open the phone lines, let's talk a bit about the aviation fuel that hit 903 naira. This is alarming. There is no respite yet for the airline operators in Nigeria over the skyrocketing price of aviation fuel, also known as Jet AI, as the price has really gone up. It used to be 880 naira, and now as of yesterday is now being sold for 903 naira per liter. Imagine what this would do.
What do you expect when all the economic parameters goes up? Inflation is up, everything is up. And what was the solution to the problem? The solution was very half-baked. We called the airline owners into a room and said, okay, we'll give them aviation fuel at a subsidized rate. All the rate I'm not even sure if the CBN has been able to arrange that 500 ride. They wanted to give them at that rate. So we kicked the problem down the road. Economic indicators came to play. Aviation fuel, that if you don't forget, as the last year was sold for 200 naira, went up overnight to 800 naira because we have forex problems. The economy is in bad shape, and all these problems are there. And why is aviation fuel on the increase? Because we don't produce it locally. If you produce it locally, I'm not saying the price will entirely go down because you still buy food at international rates, but to a very large extent, the price of all the landing charge and other ancillary costs and taxes for bringing it in will come down. So it still goes back to what we have failed to do over the years as a nation. And when we fail to do those things, you will suffer it. A very prominent man that I had the pleasure of meeting once, former Minister of Finance in Greece. I was in his lecture once in England. Yanis Varoufakis wrote a book. He said, and the weak must suffer what they must. It's because we have been weak in our decision-making process and our thinking process. That's why we are suffering all of this in Nigeria today. The Japanese man will say, Yoshina Yoikanga. Yoshina Yoikanga. Good thinking, good product.
Yes.
We are not thinking there. We are not turning out good products. So the long-term solution to that aviation problem is to be able to make our refineries to work. So pushing the best. But as long as it's not working, that we are still importing international parameters of forex and some other ancillary problems will still take over. So please, the way we are doing that, don't be surprised, Mary, when we review the story and aviation fuel is close to 1,000 naira per liter.
We hope not. We really hope not.
No, but Mary, we all said a couple of months ago that we hope not that aviation fuel will rise to 900 naira per liter. So it's risen to 900 naira per liter now. Isn't it?
Let's still hope not. Let's still hope not, because if we don't hope not, it's very disheartening.
You know what they say about
depressing.
wishes, eh? If wishes were horses, you know what beggars will do on them, I think.
I know. Now I'm going to open the phone lines now so you can join the conversation. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to join the conversation. I have a story here concerning Matawela, because he bans motorcycles, but that's not the interesting part. But he said that they should shoot on sight. If after the time given for bikes to ride, if you're caught, that is from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Gusau town, that the security personnel should shoot on sight. Is that harsh, or is that what is really needed? Talking about the Zamfara state governor, the ban on motorcycles. We have calls already, but Rufai, can you just say something concerning it if you're still on the line? Okay. Okay, we'll take calls. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call right now to be part of the conversation. What do you have to say concerning all of this? Let your voice be heard. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Oh, call us back. And when you call us, make sure that you're far away from your radio. If possible, turn it off entirely. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. We are streaming live on YouTube now. You can watch us there and leave a comment. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Frank.
Oh, fine. I want to comment. I think Rufai spoke in my mind on the UDP man's statement that we can borrow forever and all that. I think we are being ruled by economic illiteracy. I want to add that we are being ruled by anti-development and development illiteracy. That's part one. On as to strike and all that, I remember I asked you a question. What is Buhari's educational qualification? Do you know? Hello?
Go. I can hear you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What is Adamu's educational qualification? These people don't love education. They hate education. I will continue like this. We have lost a whole academic session in our university and tertiary system. There can never be progress with these people, really not, because they don't like education. I suspect strongly Boko Haram agenda. That means Western education is haram. That is what I'm suspecting here. There is no way we can make progress because our people, the people ruling us, hate education. That is my own humble take, Mary.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frank, for your contribution. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Call us now and join the conversation. This morning we have spoken so much concerning the APC. We talked about ASU and also the blackout that is going to commence today. Hello, good morning to you. I'm gonna take a comment now from the YouTube. It says here from James Obi. I love Zamfara governor. He understands governance, and I'm in support of the governor. The question concerning the Zamfara state governor, what he said. I'm talking about Bello Matawela of Zamfara state. He has banned the riding of motorcycles from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Gusau town. He directed security personnel to shoot on sight anyone found violating the new order. Is that harsh? What do you think of that? Shoot on sight. He has given them that the authority. You can do that. Shoot on sight. Anybody seen riding Okada from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Because these people that use Okada, the bandits, they use it, the criminals, they use it, and that is why he has said what he said. What do you think of this? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yeah, you're online. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
What is being said presently, my take is that the people who are trying to borrow at the infinitum
Yes.
don't intend anything good for this country because they lack economic ideas.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
Good. The issue is that they do not have any good intentions for this country and the children yet unborn. Because when they keep borrowing, I don't know who is going to pay it or how it's going to be paid. Because if it is at all being thought about to be paid, which means we won't do any other thing except paying debt.
Thank you so much for your contribution. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Remember, when you call us, turn down the volume on your radio set. This morning, we are discussing some issues in the news. We are talking about the statement made by the national chairman of the APC, Adamu, saying that Nigerian can borrow for over eternity, can borrow as much as we want to borrow, because America they borrow, Canada borrow, even UK borrow. That statement is generating a lot of controversy. What you have to say concerning that? And also, there is still ASU is still in the news this morning because yesterday he had a meeting with the federal government and nothing was. No conclusion, nothing was discussed, no progress yet, as ASU is still on strike. I remember on the 1st of August, the chairman of ASU said they are going to extend the strike for 4 more weeks. Now 2 weeks is gone, they are still on strike, and we were hopeful that yesterday after the meeting something is going to come up. Maybe the federal government. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Collins from Yaba.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, that statement from the national chairman of the APC, it's a very poor statement. Poor one that you look at, honestly, citizens, great brains we have in the country. You look at the people at the helm of affairs. Look at people directing us, setting up policies for country. That's why you now wonder and say, just like your Rufai analyzed, see where all this debt, borrowing has led us to. 19 plus. What we have never reached in 17 years. And they are still beating their chest and saying, oh, all is well, we can handle it. And then you use America to compare. What great development have they brought to this system? I am very disappointed. Very disappointed. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Collins. Yes, you can keep the calls coming in, and you can continue to put your comment on our YouTube channel and all our other social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook at VOP903FM on Instagram, and YouTube is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yes, this is a comment from YouTube from Oxton. He said, I wonder why APC politicians are this wicked and they all think alike. So you can drop your comment right now on the YouTube channel. We'll go pay some bills. We need to take a break to pay some bills. And when I return, we're going to take more calls. Keep it coming in, your comments. And also, you can send us a WhatsApp message on 0700 903 9039. So pay some bills and we'll be back.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream. Delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed the biggest church auditorium in the world with over 100,000 capacity? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafte Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Presedo's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
If you're looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's right.
Yay! And we have standard facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
This is the voice of the people, and you are listening to the Front Page Review. On the Front Page Review, we discuss headlines, news, what is happening in Nigeria. That's what we talk about. We start by giving you the headlines, and then we discuss some of the issues in the news. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for calling. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Peter Monse from Shomolu.
Oh, Mr. Peter Mose. Good to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, on Matawale,
Yes.
that anything 8 o'clock p.m. to 6 a.m.,
Yes.
any movement of bike shoot aside. For me, I look at that as the result of unthoughtfulness. And what do I mean by that? What if there is an emergency? And in the area that there is no vehicle, let me just assume that somebody has a health issue, emergency health issue at that period of the night, and you have to just ferry the person on Okada to the hospital. So instead of the security people depending on intelligence to find a way to stop and search and know who is this, you just kill innocent person because you don't know what to do again, because you are confused. I think that's just a result of confusion and lack of being able to think and think well for the people. That's the way I look at that. And in fact, let me link it up to what they were talking about, the banning Okada in Lagos.
Yeah.
And then the people say, the people say they should ban it because there is security in the areas that Okada were banned. And they are not listening to people. If they listen to people, they will know that majority of Lagosians do not support that. Is it because you have the money? So whether how do you get the money, I don't know. To buy vehicle for yourself, buy for your wife, buy for your children, and then you just ignore the rest of us to suffer. And then, see, God will deliver us from the hands of these haters of human beings. And then if I talk about the ASU, please, I want to beg ASU, if they are hearing us, whatever it takes you to get this fight to a logical conclusion, to win this fight at the end of the day, because we are not expecting us to come back again after 4 years and say we are negotiating, we want to go on strike. Let this be the once and for all fight to get what they want. If the government does not agree, if the government does not budge, if the government does not do what they want, please, let us remain. Our children will not die. There are countries that fight war for years. The people will still go to school later. When there was civil war in Nigeria, and then for those 3 years, there was no school. And then at the end of the day, after the war, people go to school. Let's assume that the federal government of Nigeria under APC and Buhari have declared war on the educational sector. So let's fight this war. After the war, God will see us through. Our people will go back to school. For borrowing, let them borrow. America borrow and do something reasonable for their people, but they borrow here to consume. On the judgment day, they will never evade God's judgment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Mose, for that. Let me quickly add that in the news this morning, Lagosians are calling on the governor, Sanwo-Olu, to ban Okada from all local governments. Hello, good morning to you.
My name is Peter, calling from Oroshoki.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Peter from Oroshoki. Good to have you. Go ahead,
Thank
talk
you.
to us.
I think the issue of Zamfara State, one might say that it is very tough, but at the same time, my people say that if an animal runs desperately, the hunter will shoot desperately. So I don't blame him. The only one I have issue is that of Ebonyi State Governor, who now know that education is not for everybody, but the question is his own children, did they stop at secondary school? So it is, and what was his promise when he was campaigning for governor? So that type of statement alone, if it is a developed country where people are judged by their statement, I think it is enough even to weigh the party down. Besides, is he the spokesman of APC or the presidential spokesman or advisor, or is he the minister of education, or even I don't know. The man, I don't know how to describe it. May God have mercy on him. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. You took us back in the conversation this morning, but it's okay. Talking about the Benue governor. Now, the issues in the news this morning, we have covered a lot of ground, and you can contribute on any of the issues. Anyone you want to talk about, you can just, what's your take on any of them? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Mr. Badejo, good morning to you. Thank you for calling.
Yes, how are you doing, Mary?
I'm doing fine.
And thanks for educating the public.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to talk on this aviation fuel.
Yes.
Actually, it said the aviation fuel has risen to 903 naira.
Yes.
To me, it's a tip of the iceberg because there's likelihood it may go higher than that. Why? Because our economy is already in comatose. Our inflation risen to 19%, which is likely to rise more than that. Price of goods continue to skyrocket. Borrowing is on the increase. And unfortunately, this was supported by the APC Chairman today that Nigeria can go on borrowing spree. That even Canada to borrow. Yes, Canada to borrow, America to borrow. But they still produce goods and services to sustain their economy. What do we produce in Nigeria? Nothing. But instead depend on importation of goods. Even common aviation fuel that is supposed to be producing in Nigeria, we don't produce it. So what sort of country is this? Corruption has eaten so deep into the fabric of this country. Only God can save Nigeria from catastrophe because bankruptcy or reception is imminent. Courtesy of corruption, our leaders have killed this country. I think until something is done, common aviation fuel, government said they want to subsidize. What is happening again? Are they not doing it again? I think everything is wrong in this country. Government should do something to prevent this country going to recession. And this recession that is coming, if it should allow it to happen, this country may likely turn to what do you call it? Pakistan. God forbid. Good morning and have a nice day.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for calling. We hope the country won't turn to Pakistan. Well, the rate at which we are going and some of the issues in the news, it's really quite shocking or annoying. What will I say? Now, concerning ASU, what is your take? Do you think that ASU should compromise? They should just say, okay, because it's like nobody is answering ASU. Like the federal government is not answering them. They're not even talking at all. Nothing. The meeting that was anticipated yesterday, we're all waiting to get the outcome of the meeting. Maybe, hopefully, that we come to a compromise, come to an understanding that okay, maybe okay, go back to work, and then we'll see what we can do. But nothing happened, nothing at all. It was a deadlock, and lecturers, they stage a walkout. So the strike is still on. What do you think? Do you think that ASU should just compromise for the sake of the people, the students at home that have been at home for months? Or should they just go on with it and fight it till the end? It's a question that I would like you to talk. Hello, can you turn down the volume on your radio set?
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Thank you for calling.
I got that.
Okay, great. What's your name and where are you calling us from, sir?
Okay, my name is Ifai Godwin. I'm
Okay.
calling from Ikeja.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Ifai. Godwin.
Okay, I'm a citizen of this country,
Yes.
and all the things that is happening in this country, I'm not happy because our politicians, they are keep on failing us every blessed day. You see, they forgot all the promises they are making during the campaign. When they are seeking for our votes, they will promise us heaven and earth. My sister, just look at ASU strike now. For more than 6 months, we are still talking about ASU strike. On top of ASU strike, all the politicians, they are buying from 100 million. That money alone, if these politicians have something for us, I don't think they will do that. But because of their children, they are not schooling here in Nigeria. They have that mind to buy form of 100 million, looking for who to vote for them, how to continue to rule us again in this country. See, I'm tired of this country, honestly speaking. I'm a family man with kids. To feed my family now is just a very big project for me. You see, our government, they are always promises and fair. Election is in the corner now.
Yes.
Look at what they are fighting. It's not here do or die. This our country Nigeria not supposed to be do or die election, but for Nigeria here now, do or die. They will try all means to enter power, whether the masses like it or not. So my dear, I'm pleased for every Nigerian to try to have their PDP and come out and vote, because enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ifai, for your take this morning. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, and let's get talking this morning. I have a sad story here from the Punch newspaper this morning. I need to read the story to you. It says here with the headline, 4 students celebrating WAEC at Lagos Beach drowned. Tragedy struck on Tuesday at Elegushi Beach in Lekki area of Lagos State after 4 teenagers drowned while swimming in the water. According to Punch Metro, it gathered that 10 secondary school leavers aged between 14 and 15 went to swim at the beach to celebrate the completion of their West African Senior School examination. And they were said to be pupils of a school in Lekki. The spokesperson for the Elegushi Beach, the manager, Chief Ayuba Elegushi, in a statement on Tuesday, said the pupils were not properly registered. He noted that the incident happened at an unmanned section of the beach not open to the public. There were 10 of them, but they were able to rescue 6 and 4. Can you turn down the volume on your radio set? Please turn it down. When you call it, ensure you turn down the volume on your radio so that we can hear you well. So 10 of the students went to swim at the Elegushi Beach because they were done with their exams. They were excited, and the 10 of them drowned. They were able to just uh, take out 6 from the water. Six were rescued and taken to the hospital, but 4 now are still at large. That's a very sad news this morning. It happened on Tuesday. That's yesterday. The question is, who do we blame on this very sad occurrence? Is it the people at the beach, the lifeguard that's supposed to watch the children, watch people at the beach, or the parents that don't know the whereabouts of their children? Or what do we make of this? Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, madam. First time caller.
Oh, good to have you on the program. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I am Festus. I'm calling from Coca area, Slaughter, to be precise.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Festus.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. The way you call your number is for many of the radio stations. When they are calling on that, they will be fast. You cannot, but I thank you for calling it gently so that was why I was able to get it.
Yeah, great.
Thank you for all you are doing. God will bless you people.
Yeah,
if you are the type of people who are on radio, these are the type of people, except if they go there, they will change. I think Nigeria will be better for it. Our leaders be saying that education is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, one thing is happening is that, like the other man, the other caller said, to feed a family, now is rice at 3,000 naira, diesel 900 naira, so everything is skyrocketing. Okay, I don't know. It's only God that will save us. We need prayers. As much as we are having our PVC, we need prayers because this is
fasting and prayer, sir. Fasting and prayer.
Oh, may God bless you. Fasting, not just prayer, fasting and prayer. We those people who are starting, who are planning and praying for this thing, we should join with fasting and prayer. As we are praying, like I always pray because there is a prayer point I am praying. When I get to read Proverbs chapter 29, verse 1 and 2, he says, "He that is often reproved and had many times will be destroyed without remedy." When the wicked are in power, the people suffer. When the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. What we have, the Bible never makes it. Heaven and earth to pass away, the word of God. You know what I'm saying? So we must be praying along this line. Because without prayer, they will still shortchange us. They will still put in those people they want to put in. But we pray as God, we need the perfect will of God. So that we have a leader who will be thinking about the citizens of this country, who will be thinking about the future of this country. How can you say their children, all of their children are in Europe? They are not in Nigeria. How can children be at since February? And nobody is the leaders, National Assembly, the judiciary, all of them, nobody is talking about it. It doesn't concern them. They are only concerned. You see their children. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. I'm listening.
You see their children. We see them on the Facebook and the social media when they go to welcome their children. They are not ashamed. They don't. Oh no, I don't know how. I don't know how we got here. May God deliver us. May God help us. We need our PVC. As much as we need our PVC, we need prayers and fasting. If not, these people, they are working. They know people are tired of them. They are working on modalities to see how they can. If I tell you what is happening in Lagos here, you know, I'm in Lagos. I'm a driver for kind of land. You travel along the road, people will be beating you with stick, collecting money on that is illegal money. Who are you going to cry to? Like the other man said in the other radio station, he said it is better for you to go and meet hoodlums than meeting police officer. When you see them, you want to go and report. It because you say, why did I even go? It would better let me there. If they beat me, they cannot kill me.
Yeah,
God will help us.
Yeah,
God will help us.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. That's the much we can take. You've spoken for about 3 minutes. Thank you so much for calling. Much appreciated. And now we'll just take some comment from the YouTube. This one's from Adetunde. Who will sanction this government for lack of performance and irresponsibility? The dishonorable parliamentarians in Senate and Rep will take 6 months if they ever get to do it. Another comment from KB says, you can't give what you don't have. A lot of incompetent people in leadership position. APC Chairman Adamu, do you borrow to pay your bills, feed your family, take care of yourself? Is a question from KB on our YouTube. Yes, thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. I didn't know time had gone like this. Time here is over. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, from 7 a.m. I'll be here to talk to you on the front page review. Thank you so much, Rufal Seni, for always calling in and for everybody that's called in. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. Thank you. I really appreciate your contribution. We are the voice of Lagos. We are the voice of the people. 90.3 FM.